Deputy Republican Whip Congressman Adam Kinzinger of Illinois, and also senior writer at Politico and co-author of the playbook, Jake Sherman, the BBC's Caddy K, is back with us. And Heidi Prisbilla. Now that is the morning Joe pronunciation. Back with us as well, not the primetime pronunciation. So, Congressman, let me start with you. So yes, the president has insulted all 1.6 billion worshippers of Islam, and that really wasn't enough. He decided to insult Israel over the past week. How does the United States, let's start with our ally, what should be easy, get past the fact that his administration keeps saying the Western Wall is not a part of Israel?
Yeah, you need to throttle back on some of that. I mean, I think.
Why are they doing it?
You know, I don't know if it's kind of naivete in terms of the details of Israel. I don't know. I think part of it is the president kind of sees himself as a champion of, being able to make big deals, and maybe this is part of giving some verbal concessions to the Palestinians ahead of some big deal. I don't know. I will tell you, though, I think once the pictures come out of the president there, meeting with Netanyahu, paying his kind of homage to Israel, it'll probably look very powerful. I think he'll show.
Do you think he may tweet if he goes to the Western Wall, do a selfie, or maybe write something in permanent magic mark on the Western Wall? Because the chances, I think Peter said this, the chances of self-inflicted wounds on a trip this long, pretty massive, my friend. Pretty massive.
But it also could be an opportunity to really kind of reset on some of these issues. What I've said is, look, the president, I wish we could take Twitter away from him. I wish he disciplined what he said, obviously way more. But his policies as a Republican, his policies in foreign policy have been actually pretty solid. So we'll see.
Jake,
the United States is committed to them, given their feelings about the Obama administration with the Iran deal. I did want to ask Congressman Kinzinger one question, because there was some big news on Syria this week that kind of got lost in all this talk about Syria. First of all, you all passed new sanctions in the House on the Syrian regime, but also yesterday there were American airstrikes in southern Syria on Assad's forces. This follows up, of course, that airstrike that President Trump authorized a few weeks ago. What is the strategy right now in Syria? Are you seeing any change? Are you seeing any movement there?
I think in my view, the administration is so focused on the ISIS fight right now. Every time you talk to them, they're like, ISIS first, ISIS first. I have a bit of a disagreement. I think ISIS will continue to exist, or some form of radicalism, as long as Assad's in power, because he's churning, these candidates for radicalism. However, the airstrike against the airfield was incredibly powerful in the message it sent. 39 Tomahawk missiles made it through the S-300 missile defense system, which the Russians said was amazing. The Russians had no response to that, which, a lot of people thought if we did anything, it would be World War III. And this strike yesterday, which we believe is against actually Iranian-backed militias, shows I don't want to say a major expansion, but it's a really courageous thing to do, because that's the first time Americans have directly taken that on. And last thing I want to say on that really quickly, when I was in Iraq and you wanted to stop something from happening, you do a show of force first, where you fly a fighter jet in 100 feet over a convoy. They did not respond to that fighter jet, and that's when, after 2 or 3 of those, it's like, you choose your own fate here.
Breaking news from the New York Times. The New York Times is reporting right now Anthony Weiner, the ex-congressman, will plead guilty to transferring obscene material to a minor in a sexting inquiry. Heidi, from Anthony Weiner, back to Syria. There is the belief at DOD, there's belief in the Trump administration that they actually are going to defeat ISIS. It's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when, and they seem to be completely focused on that. The Secretary of Defense and the Secretary of State and others, they're just assuming this is going to happen. It's just a matter of time.
And there is indications as we move in on some of these strongholds as well in Iraq that we're having a lot of progress. But my question for the congressman is, Trump's whole grand idea with this new realignment with Russia is that we would partner to defeat ISIS. Have you seen any indications that that is actually the strategic goal of Russia, as well? Or what exactly is our strategy, and how does it differ essentially from what the Obama administration was doing?
I think the strategy, from what I've seen, is more robust. It's more of a let's engage terrorists wherever they exist, anywhere. You see strikes in Yemen increasing. You see strikes in the African continent increasing. So that's definitely more robust. But no, Russia can never be a partner in this. Russia's objective is not to destroy terrorism. It's to embolden Russia and make it the old Soviet Union. That's their top objective. So whatever they have to narrate in order to gain that, and that's what they're trying to say. They're saying, look, we're fighting ISIS. Well, the truth is almost none of your airstrikes are against ISIS. They're against hospitals that innocent people are in Syria.
Yeah, let's go right now to see